democratic experience, we have had to watch our dear country with dismay, disappointment, and utter shock slide into anarchy. Colossi held for us has become elusive to realize. The country has been left to drift. Hardly can any sector of the country be said to be working, as government seems ineffectual, irresponsive, and incompetent. Unemployment, particularly among our youths, has reached and passed unprecedented levels, while unnecessary loss of human lives due to insecurity has become a recurring decimal, with scores of Nigerians being killed on a daily basis. Our indebtedness, both internal and external, has reached alarming proportions, with the attendant virtual collapse of social and physical infrastructure, leading to pervasive and grinding poverty. The way and manner governance is conducted suggests a high degree of irresponsibility at all levels. The general feeling across the land today is that of delusion, hopelessness, and helplessness. The agony and anguish of Nigerians about the deplorable state of our nation is palpable and worrisome. The feeling also on the part of many Nigerians is that the days ahead as a country are numbered. In short, we are facing an existential problem. Unfortunately, our overbloated political structure and warped governance system have not been able to rise up to the challenge at all, thereby leaving the Nigerian people distraught, distressed, and despondent. Clearly, this state of affairs in our country is unacceptable and unsustainable. Consequent upon these tales of woes in our country, we as a group of concerned citizens with great conscience are now compelled by these various threats to come forward and confront these unfortunate agonies by initiating an urgent national political action for a new Nigeria, where citizens will be able to meet their basic needs and attain their human potential and fulfillment. To this end, we as Nigerians of conscience have resolved to take urgent action to neutralize and end our unfortunate narratives by coming together under the umbrella of National Consultative Front to collectively pursue the onerous task of rescuing and saving our country from this ominous slope into total collapse. This is intended to be achieved through massive nationwide consultations and mobilization with a view to taking back our common patrimony and place it in the hands of a new generation of selfless, disciplined, and competent political leaders of conscience in Nigeria. For the avoidance of doubt, our only interest lies in creating an inclusive democratic governance which is a sine qua non towards the provision of a decent living condition for the people and also the facilitation of prosperity for every Nigerian citizen. It is our desire to rescue our fellow citizens from the viper-like grip of poverty while creating jobs for our teeming youth and masses, majority of whom are roaming the streets of our country rudderlessly and hopelessly as we speak. Therefore, every leader and promoter of the National Consultative Front is expected to be a citizen of immense conscience and credibility, who is resolved to give full and total commitment and loyalty to the National Consultative Front agenda to rescue Nigeria from the present socio-political quagmire characterized by corruption, exploitation, impunity, and nonchalance. Such people must be patriotic, altruistic, and committed and must be seen to be not among Nigerians that played diabolical roles in the political currents of our country, particularly with regards to the derailing of this democracy. Such Nigerians must also be politically conscious and out to rescue the floundering ship of our dear country in solidarity with other like-minded Nigerians in the National Consultative Front. Furthermore, our members and stakeholders are therefore expected to be detribalized, non-discriminatory, change champions, and ideologues with positive values, compelled and anguished by growing political corruption and unprecedented hopelessness in Nigeria, to join forces with other like-minded people of conscience in facilitating an all-inclusive governance paradigm and system. National Consultative Front, ravaged and battered by existing currents in the country, is agitated by the worrisome development of state capture by a few self-serving opportunists who today constitute the ruling power in Nigeria and operating without any clue or worry about the current drift of the state into general anarchy and turmoil. Candor compels us to declare that our country has become a failed state where insurgency, banditry, and kidnapping, as well as pervasive poverty, are the new normal. To this historical end, we have resolved and were elected to undertake massive nationwide consultations and mobilization with a view to building a formidable political platform in the form of a mass movement. In this endeavor, it is our wish to engage with like-minded groups in order to form a very large, strong, and capable force that can challenge the current political parties now in power in the states and the center. In line with this objective, our mission, vision, and strategy are as follows. Our mission includes, and not limited to, the promotion and nurturing of a real democratic political system and people's-centered government that will provide equitable, just, and inclusive governance for the well-being of all Nigerians. In this regard, it is the intention of this front to stick religiously to the principle of internal democracy, which absence in the major political parties is responsible for over 80% of the mess we have been thrown into. Our vision is that of a united Nigeria that will bring prosperity, security, pride, and dignity to all Nigerians. Our strategic objectives include the following, and not limited to them. 1, to establish a formidable mass movement which will result in the creation of an inclusive democratic political platform to groom and provide opportunities to all Nigerians to contest for elections in a competitive process. It is our expectation and belief that it is such a competitive process that can ensure that Nigeria gets the kind of leaders it deserves. Leaders that are competent and that will render selfless service. In the alternative, we will join any political party that will accept to work with us based on our strategic goals and objectives. 2, to educate, enlighten, and reorientate the electorate so that they no longer be manipulated by unscrupulous politicians whose mission in politics is only self-serving. It is our intention to particularly put emphasis on youth and women groups because more than any other groups, they are the most vulnerable and manipulated. Number 3, to consult with all sections of the country with a view to giving Nigerians a constitution that may work for our country to the benefit of all Nigerians. The consultations will include fundamental issues like referendum, self-determination, principles of proportional representation of the people in government, etc. The current constitution cannot be said to be working in favor of Nigerians. To mobilize for the economic well-being and prosperity of all Nigerians by ensuring that Chapter 2 of the present Constitution, i.e. fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy, becomes justiciable once and for all. In the light of our historic mission to enthrone a new Nigeria, we welcome all Nigerians of good conscience at home and in the diaspora, female, male, young and old, including persons living with disabilities, to join this historic political endeavor to save, rescue, and create a new Nigeria full of equity, justice, prosperity, and peace for all. Consequently, every member and ally of this front shall also be required as a strategic necessity to facilitate a circle of concern of 12 citizens of conscience based on a membership registration code to be provided by National Consultative Front Secretariat. We must all note at all times that victory in this new national rescue and salvation journey can only be certain in our solidarity and unity.